Well, this might be a little bit of a weird intervention. Hello, everyone. This is a small little update post on regards to CEMini. Damn, I forgot to change the name of the train, so we're just gonna be running with a massive long name. Anyways, let me take you on a small trip around the U-Bahn, Germany, specifically the U7 line, and yeah, talk a bit about the future of the project, I suppose. Oh, do you have sound? Ugh, it's always some kind of issue. Should be good though. So, um, Germany is scenery-wise complete, finished. The only thing that's really missing are, well, lampposts on the streets and the new clutter grass. That's pretty much it to finish off Germany. Um, we've got we finally got the crossings out. We've got the retextured roads, new tenements out as well. So it really came back together. The catenary for the U-Bahn is still being worked on by Brent, but that's on like 1 weekend worth of work left for that. So not a problem. As for other stuff, well, you've seen the map of Germany, you've seen the trains on there. I've been releasing videos about it for a while now. Just railfanning in different locations with different trains, and all of this is going to be part of the game, the network, stuff like that. It's gonna work together nicely. I just realized I don't. Yeah, okay. Let me fix this. Yeah. So let's talk. What next? Well, after Germany is done with the catenary, the next part of work that will happen is the reworking of Czechia. Now, this has already started. I have been at work there. Um, the main station of Bazino has been completely flattened and is being built anew. Once the progress on that, gets far enough sufficiently, you will be seeing, more rail fanning videos from there. So that's gonna make it a bit nicer, hopefully. Um, there is, of course, new stuff being built for Poland. So the main city there, Brzuzowice, has also been reworked, and this is a bit further along. I've got some videos out by now, but there's gonna be more, and not to mention that we'll have to get the new lines all up and running, connected, and expand the connections as well to let uh, Germany be connected somewhere. Yeah, so it's not that simple, but obviously with the addition of Germany, we have to rework Czechia and Poland to allow for the connections to there. But with the fact that Germany itself has dead end connections going to like France, Denmark, the Benelux area, Switzerland, and Austria, yeah, a lot of connections, I know. Um, given just how many there are, uh, we will have to introduce more of these connections to other places. like Slovakia as well. Now Slovakia specifically will get a connection down south to Hungary and Austria. It's kind of like a split design kind of thing to make it work, I guess. But yeah, um, you'll see how that happens eventually when we get to that point. Um, as for Czechia, that one will have connection to Austria and Germany. So kind of like mimicking the real life, you can just, if you just open a map and see the bordering countries, you will see that, we are adding all of these. So quite simple. And Poland specifically will only connect to Germany, but both Slovakia and Poland uh, are planned to have a connection to Ukraine, right? So there's going to be a transfer yard, and this will allow for more interesting trains to be operated on the route as well. And generally, it's just gonna be a lot more fun. Now, the work progress regarding this is, or the workflow, or the route map, or whatever. Work route, I don't know. I'm trying to be funny. Anyways, the basic idea is that we will rework Poland and add the Baltic areas for Poland and connections to Germany. Same for Czechia, we will rework Czechia and do the connections to Austria and Germany. Then we will merge in Germany, finish that off, and we release Century Romania 3.0. Okay, that will mark that. Yeah, so Poland reworked, Czechia reworked, and New Germany added. That is going to be Century Romania 3.0. The next update after that is going to be a basically a complete rework of Slovakia. Like we've after consideration of like our options and stuff like that, what we have available for us and bullshit. Um, really, the best course of action is to just completely nuke Slovakia and build it anew. It's gonna be better that way. But that is something that I'm gonna be doing, and that is just far off in the future as well, generally speaking, because it's gonna be a massive amount of work that needs to be done. But yeah, I'm not too worried. It's gonna be relatively okay. But yeah, just so you know, like what to expect from the route. So when you get your hands on Shachiro Mini 3.0, Slovakia will still be the old Grand Prix thing in the corner. It will not have its connection to Hungary yet. It will not have its connection to Ukraine yet. Okay, so Central Europe, 3.0 is going to be a relatively big update, but it's not going to take care of everything because it would be a little too much. And we know that people are excited and they want to explore the new areas and stuff like that and whatnot. So probably right around when this video becomes available, I will try to schedule it simultaneously or close enough that a little pre-release beta version of Germany will come out on trains.de, so that people can look at it, give us some feedback, um, you know, all this kind of stuff to just look around a bit. Yeah. So that will be that release specifically. Um, After that, the next update is really going to be just Central Europe Mini 3.0. So with all the modifications I've talked about, and Yeah, then after that it's going to be 4.0 with Slovakia, maybe more. I don't know. It really depends like how things turn out because I overshot the station because yeah we have hands full with a lot of stuff in real life as well. It's not just trains anymore. The school stuff has gotten a lot more prominent and yeah, a lot of bullshit. But yeah, works and stuff and university and yeah, life basically. Generally, everyone knows it. As for other stuff regarding this, like we're making a lot of the content ourselves. Like this U-Bahn has specifically been made well, almost exclusively with our content, right? The the tracks are from some player. The catenary is from well the guy who made the Frankfurt U-Bahn and the trains as well. But the pillars, the platforms, the station signs on the walls that you see there, the sidewalk along here, the tunnels, the tunnel walls, and the roof as well. That is all something that we have made ourselves. That is our content. So yeah, the U-Bahn basically wouldn't be possible without our stuff in it. Now, in regards to some other content, Killer Zion has been very helpful with his buildings and trains that he's been working on and uploading and fixing. That's very nice, so that we have more stuff to use and utilize. Um, but that is basically like complete content. But as for stuff that we ourselves are specifically making, it's a lot of Czech and Slovak engines and train cars. They will eventually come out and be released, but we really are struggling with the lack of people who can work on it. But like if you know how to model and texture, or model or just texture, then just message us and we will be happy for every bit of help that we can get, really. Because it's a lot of stuff to be working on. We have like 4 locomotives in works right now. New scripts as well. If you know scripting, hit us up as well. Train script is always welcome. But new scripts, new models, new trains, new signals, a lot of stuff basically. It's too much to list out just out of my memory here because I did not really prepare for this video. I was just like, hey, let's make a quick update video. But yeah, it's a lot of work, and like even the release of 3.0 is still a long way away because well, there's just so much to do. It is true that there has been a long break in the creation of this route and the assets for the route, but you cannot just keep going at the same thing for years at a time Because I honestly I don't even know how old CEMini is at this point. Like what, 4 years, 5 years, something like that. So it's really been a long project for us, and true, I have released 2 DLCs, in between all that, but you know, it's still quite a lot of stuff, regardless, and you know, for other people, like it's only been just constantly creating models and whatnot. So the progress hasn't really been as far, as quick as it could be, but we kind of want to keep our mental health and stability as well. Because if you just, keep on rushing into doing the same thing constantly, working, because, you know, if you make work out of it, it's not going to be nice. If you keep it a hobby, you will stay passionate on it, right? Don't force yourself into it. Just keep a nice flow, and that's what we're doing. We've we've got our flow, we've got our love with this, so nothing really more to it. There is no other traffic for this because we have, like I said, I didn't prepare for this video. I just, went for it. And so I just placed on the train to, take you guys on a little ride around the U-Bahn network, the U7 line. We're now stopped at Franzmannkirche, uh, one of the two stations that for some reason are not named on the little heads up thingy display on the bottom of the screen. But yeah, it's just an error on my side. Probably must have renamed the wrong object or something. But yeah. Um, the next station is Hubertus Allee. But yeah, like I said, the other stuff regarding the route and others, things will come eventually. All the information, all the stuff, the news and whatnot. You will see it as I'm slowly progressing through. I'm not making, build videos unless you guys want me to, because I myself find them a bit boring to do because I don't really have any video editing program, so I cannot, like make it a time lapse or stuff like that. I would have to give it to Svedar for any kind of modifications like this. Um, but he's relatively busy, so he wouldn't be able to produce a lot of them quickly. And even then, like when I build on stuff, I get easily distracted with YouTube or Reddit or just some other stuff, because yeah, it's not a constant workflow for me either. Because if you just keep on working constantly, it's not gonna be fun. You need to break it apart a bit. But it's how I've been able to build the route. So yeah, it's working for me. It's actually the first time that I'm driving the U-Bahn like this, and you can see, you know, I can see and you can see as well that there are some like terrain errors and stuff like that. Because obviously, when you're building, you're looking at it from above, right? From the top, just building and building and building and building, and you don't really notice that. Oh shit, the terrain here is fucking up because, aha, you know. There's a lot to this also, yeah. I have made custom destination signs for the trains as well. It means, let's say you see U7 Hedernheim via Stadtpark, but I want to change it a bit. Do more for the U6 and the U7 lines, the two circle lines that we have, because, well, the way they circle around uh, doesn't really work if you just say via one particular station. So I'm gonna be working on that to try and make it, more varied and a bit better to understand. Now, Poland is also going to get its own independent transit, well, quasi-independent transit system, just like this is quasi-independent. So, um, Germany's Niederburg has the U-Bahn. Poland will have the BKD, as it's nicknamed right now. There's still a lot of debate going on about it, like what exactly we want it to be and how we want it to be and whatnot. But yeah, there's that. And as for Czechia, there is a debate of trying to replicate, or not replicate, but like do the Prague Metro essentially, so that Czechia also has an independent transit system. And as for Slovakia, because it doesn't have a metro or anything of that kind, we were just thinking to either do trams or nothing at all, really. So, give a bit more options for the route, make it a bit more versatile, because it's gonna be nice. You have to admit. But yeah, I would say that that's it for this. Thank you everyone for watching, joining in, and supporting us throughout the years. And really, it means a lot. All the wonderful comments you've left. It's quite nice to read them, go through them, and just generally we are happy that there are people out there who share the passion for the project with us. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, you know, whatever, whenever, wherever you are, and we hope to see you next time. Bye bye.